Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Hello, Mafu. I owe you a big boom. How are you? Greetings and salutations. I'm here to collect my prizes. Shawn, hello. Devlin, how are you? Caroline, hello. What prizes, Shawn? Just kind of wondering, but oh, Oliver subscribed for 17 months. Oliver, thank you so much. Let's take care of some booms. Let's give a holy shnikes. Aren't you going to announce the winner? You haven't submitted anything yet. Oliver, thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciated. Bam. Love it. Okay, then we have a highlighted message. Let's get back to the intro. Hi, Shawn. Do you remember Jin Kazama from Tekken? No, I don't. Oliver has been a moderator for 18 months. I'm celebrating my 18th month mod anniversary. 18 months, whoa, a year and a half? Holy cow, 18 months. You are such a great mod, Oliver. Everybody that you mod for is lucky to have you, including me. That's 18 months, that's cool. Yeah, happy anniversary, by the way. Year and a half. Hi. Okay, Caroline, hello. I said hello to you. And then happy anniversary to Oliver. Yes. And Devlin, what is the oh no about? Curious. By the way, hi, Devlin. Good to see you. Wow, chat's moving. I love it. And no, I'm not announcing the winner until July 2nd. Where am I? I'm trying to keep up. Mafu says, I'm really excited. My birthday's coming and my friend's going to start coaching me tonight. Cool. Happy early birthday, which is not a good thing to do. Oh, thought it was June 2nd. No. Okay. Oh, so I'm excluded. Rude. Shawn, you have to submit something to win. And I don't even know if there's I don't think I'm gonna do prizes. So, unfortunately. And time flies. Yes, Shawn. How are you, by the way, Shawn? I'm doing good, thank you. I had a rough morning. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm hopefully I can get my energy up. Usually chat, you always make me feel better. So that's good. Okay. Caroline's saying hello to everybody. So I still have time. You have a month. Yes, you do. Why is this so difficult to read? Wow. Okay, let me come over here. Okay, they're talking about Tekken. Yep, I read that. Can't I pay you to win? No, because we're doing a people's choice. So you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna have to pay everybody. Just so you know, you'll have to pay everybody. June 8th's my birthday, and you're all invited. All right. Where are we going to stay? Caroline says, I'm good, Mafu. Sounds like you're going to have a great birthday. Yes. General, hello there. Good to see you, General. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of some introductions. Ooh, that was a lot of chat. I love it, though. I love it. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. Oh, that just made me kind of puke in my mouth a little bit, Stian. Oh my gosh. Stian says, vote for me and I'll give everyone taco brownies. Oh. Oh. That sounds horrible. Horrible. Wherever you are watching this, vote for Pedro. Wherever you are watching this, hopefully you can see a Linktree link within the description. It looks something like that. And it'll take you to every place I am on the interwebs. If you want to take part with the community challenge, you can join my Discord from here. And you can also look at wherever you want to go. If you're on YouTube or Twitch for that matter, like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up, hit the bell icon, whatever, all that stuff you're supposed to do. So, yeah, you can go ahead and do that, all that great stuff. If you are on Behance, you can subscribe to me from there or buy me a cup of joe. Let's do a refresher over on the Discord. Up above my head, you are going to see the challenges. We are doing the Art in Nature Challenge right now. And for those of you that may have forgotten, take a screenshot, Stian. The deadline is July 2nd, 2026 at 5 a.m. CEST. And the challenge is, welcome to the new community challenge, Art in Nature. Create work celebrating nature and the beauty within it. You're free to use any app, medium, or artistic style to bring your vision to life. Please submit your work to my Discord to be showcased live and be featured in a future Behance project. And then I got hashtags if you want to post to the social medias, blah, blah, blah. Have fun. And if you're looking for inspiration, Stian, we've got a list of inspiration, including we've been coming up with some live also. So, yeah, you can watch the VODs. The circle of life. Okay. We don't have anything to look at today. Nothing new has been added. But this is interesting. Let's jump over into Lightroom. So last night was the Adobe photography meeting, and with the community managers. And there's some really interesting stuff that's going to be added. And it's amazing because within this meeting, it was so great. They were like, well, these are the releases that are coming up for Photoshop, Lightroom Classic, and they were being very vague about it, and Adobe Camera Raw. And then I started asking some questions because, for those of you that know me, I am in other photography streams as well, viewing, and I listen to what people say and want, and then I take those wants, needs, to the team. So it was amazing last night that I was like, hey, somebody in my community wanted blah, blah, blah. And they were like, well, that's funny you say that, because that's going to be coming out shortly. And this is going to be coming out shortly. And this is going to be coming out shortly. So it was really happy for me that I was able to bring questions from the community to the team, and it's actually happening. So I'm happy with that. Something that has happened that is public knowledge that I should bring up here, because some of you do use Lightroom Classic, Lightroom, Photoshop, Adobe Camera Raw. Adobe Camera Raw is kind of going its own way. Now, what I mean by that is, here is the language this is Adobe's language. This is the official Adobe language. Camera Raw is the edit/develop engine powering the Lightroom clients. New edit features must be built in Camera Raw before the Lightroom clients can adopt them. Very important. Unburdened by the additional cataloging, syncing, and other workflow functionalities, Camera Raw can move more quickly and get these desired new features into your editing workflow. Our goal is to eventually port these features into Lightroom clients. So, in the past, what Adobe has done is, with new features coming out, they'll be put into Adobe Camera Raw and in the beta, and they'll be tested out and everything, and then it has to be coded for Lightroom. Hey, Nate, it has to be coded for Lightroom at all the Lightrooms. And so they're no longer going to be holding back features in Adobe Camera Raw while the team is working on coding it for Lightroom Classic. So this is important. For features that we see in Adobe Camera Raw, eventually, when they're ready to go, it will be released in Lightroom Classic. So if you have updates and you're checking updates out, what's new, keep an eye on Adobe Camera Raw updates to know what will be coming down the pipe in the future for Lightroom, for the Lightroom ecosystem. Now, I can't tell you what's going to be coming down because that's all NDA stuff, but some of the features people want. So I wanted to pass that along for those of you in chat that are photographers, and to let you know these things. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, just checking chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. All right, so we're gonna continue editing some of these photos and see if we can get anything that is going to be worthy to use for the challenge. This image here, I started to work on, so let's go ahead, hit D for develop. And I started working on this, and let's see where we were. Okay, we removed some objects. I feel we should crop this. Please hold. It's surprising how quickly it gets warm in my studio. With all these computers going. Okay, let's take a look at some possible... Oh, I did crop it. Okay, we're gonna keep that crop then. Looks like we got one hot spot right there. You really need a good AC. We do not have air conditioning, Mafu. Houses are starting to get AC units because, well, summers are getting warmer, obviously. But our house, we do not have AC units. This is a 115, 120-year-old stone home. So what about a cooler then? I'm the cooler. What we do, so when it was 32 degrees in the mornings, what we do is we open up the house, we let the cool air in, we circulate it with the windows open. Oh, I'm hot in here because I've got 3 computers going and 4 monitors and 4 lights. That's why I'm hot. That's why it gets hot in here. But I tell you what, when I leave and I go outside into the other room, oh, it feels so good. Dator, hello. Good to see you. How are you today?
Vacuum_TKN just redeemed hydrate.
Hydrate. Thank you, Mafu. By the way, for our Germans out there, happy Unification Day. Where's the redeem that lets you step back to cool off? Oh, if I need to do that, I'll just do one of these. I'll just take a break if I need to. But the funny thing is, Mafu, it's a gradual warming of the temperature. So it's not like, boom, all of a sudden it's hot. It's just slowly rising. And so I don't notice it until I'm done streaming and I go outside. And then I'm like, oh, geez. Okay, wow. But yeah. Mainly, I've got the fan just kind of pointed on my feet. I've been there. I bet you have, Mafu. You've lived in some warm spots. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Let's take our highlight down just a bit. Let's bring up our whites. Oof. I really don't want to clip too much there. It's a desert where I live. I know, but it's a dry heat. I would burst into flames. And I've said this before, it's all relative. Like if you take somebody from Norway, they come here to Germany and they'd be like, it's kind of warm here. Then if you take somebody from Germany and you put them in Italy, it's like, it's freaking hot here. If you take somebody from Italy and they go out to the desert to where you're at, it's like, yeah, it's freaking hot. So it's all relative. Stian says, hey, don't backtalk me. How am I backtalking you? Oh yeah, because they're not used to the weather in your country. Yeah. Yeah, it's just whatever it is you're used to. I turned my back to the screen. Hey, Stian, look at me, Stian. It's just what you're used to. You know, and funny thing, it's not just the heat. Dry heat is usually better than humid. Yes, humid is just heavy. Where I grew up, it rained all the time and it never got hot and it was cloudy and gray almost always. And I didn't know any difference. And once I got married and moved to Kansas City, and Kansas City has something like over 300 days a year of sunshine, I was stunned. I'm like, I'm not used to this much sun. Not that it's hot. It's just seeing the sun. Whereas my wife, when she moved to Oregon, she like couldn't believe how gray it was and how much rain. Like Florida, no, not like Florida. Florida doesn't rain like that. So where I lived, the clouds would come over the mountain range and all the moisture would be squeezed out of the clouds. And it would just piddle. We wouldn't have exciting big rain. It would just kind of spittle on you all day for weeks. But that's why it's so green. And, you know, it's like Ireland. That's why Ireland is so green. So I would take green all day long. Like tiny rain, sometimes it's just a mist. Sometimes, you get rain, normal rain, but there's times it's just like misty. Florida seems to have a lot of storm rain. Florida gets hurricanes. We're talking two totally different things. Hey, Chrome and Craft. Hey, Shawn. I'm always kind of busy managing, studying, and freelancing. That's why I don't get time to watch your stream. Well, hey, thank you for popping in. Thank you for taking a moment. And that's all I ask for, is coming in and saying hello. That's it. If you can stick around, if you can lurk, and I'll give you a we're lurking. Let me give you a we're lurking. We're doing a lot of chatting here and not much editing. There we are.
Shawn Kozel just redeemed were lurking.
That's for you, Chrome and Craft. Okay. I bet mist would be cool. Yeah, I mean it's just what I was used to growing up. I've never seen a hurricane during my vacation in Florida. Well, be happy you didn't. Oh yeah, but whenever one of my friends says it was raining, it was like a real thunderstorm. Yes. In certain places get real storms, like thunder, lightning, stuff like that. Growing up, where I grew up, I remember 2 times, maybe 3 times having a thunderstorm come through. When I moved to the Midwest, now the Midwest is flatter, it doesn't have the mountains. And so as the airflow nothing is stopping the air. So as the air is moving, it is collecting static. And so the air is collecting all the static, and then it's released either cloud to cloud, cloud to ground, ground to cloud. And so that's where you get your lightning. And of course, thunder is the air molecules being pushed away at the sound of speed. The speed of sound. Other way around. Speed of sound when the hot lightning strikes. So it's just, thunder's just big air movement, fast air movement. But where I lived, there were mountains that were stopping the air, and so we really weren't getting that. Stopping the wind flow. What am I doing here? I don't think I need to do... Let me bring our blacks up just a hair. I don't think we need to do any masking on this. Oliver, and I know I brought this up before, but one of the rare times that I got to see a baby swan. And I know you get to see a ton of them, but I don't, because they stay out on this island. And this was a far ways away. Okay. I'm thinking what else I want to do to this. Get back here. Oh. I wonder if that is actually white. Well, it's pretty freaking close to white. 95, 95, 94.6. Yeah, okay. All right, let's get back into our masks. Let's go ahead, select that mask. Let's duplicate and invert that mask. Make this a little bit bigger. Just darken that up. Don't go crazy. We don't want to go too crazy with this. Just a little bit. Just to get those mean old swans to pop. Did I go too far? No. I like what it's doing to the water. You know, with this opening up here at the top between the trees, it's giving us that highlight all the way down, which is nice. Which is nice. I really don't want... maybe... the shadows? What if we cool the shadows down? No. I don't like that. You know what? Let's do this. Let's reset that. Let's get back into our secondary mask. We can actually cool that mask or warm it up a little bit if we wanted to. Ooh, I kind of like that. I like that. I like the warming of the rocks at the top. Did you see that? I like that. I'm curious. We're going to do a test. I don't think I'm going to want to do this, but let's jump into our lens blur. Let's apply. I don't think I'm going to want to do this, but let's visualize. There we go. Let's grab our point. And let's select that swan right there. Yeah. I don't think I like that. No, I don't like it. Just a test. Just a test. All right, let's get into our effects. Let's add just a little bit of grain, tiny bit of grain. Add a secondary vignette. Let's go into our details. Grab our sharpening, holding down the Option key. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I like that. Not bad, not bad. Chat, you have gone quiet. We're lurking now. Let's get a we're lurking for everybody.
Shawn Kozel just redeemed were lurking.
How you doing, Oliver? All right. Let's see, what else do we want? We could. I don't want to go through every one of these again. So let's see which ones I gave it 3 stars on Tuesday. Let's go into our attributes. All right. I like this one. I just feel like maybe we're lacking a lot of contrast on it. I've gone quiet because eating. Adam. I actually had to look down at my keyboard and notice that the I is right below the 8. I'm eating. Enjoy your lunch. See, I can't type properly. Enjoy your lunch, Caroline. All right. And we worked on the swans. Ooh, okay, chat. I'm gonna tell this story again. This is gonna be for Oliver. Oliver will appreciate this, I think. Okay. I'm going to make this quick, but this is for you, Oliver. I think you'll appreciate this. So I was done photographing. I didn't get what I want. I wasn't happy. So I was taking my camera and going home. And as I was walking, all of a sudden, this younger heron came flying in and landed right here next under a boat ramp. And so of course, I got to take a picture. So I'm sitting there and I'm taking pictures and I know there's man-made structures, this can't be used for the contest, but I don't care. I'm still gonna be taking the pictures because I love these birds. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta get closer. So I start walking to get to the other side and it takes off. So here I've got my lens and I'm like, and I'm shooting and I'm not getting anything even remotely close. And so then, like, not even close to being in focus. So then it decides to land right where I was, and it lands. And I'm like, great. So I go walking up again. And so I start taking the picture, and I'm thinking, okay, it's starting to mellow out. It's fine. With focus mode, what focus mode? I screwed up, Oliver. Great question, because I screwed up. Normally, I shoot single. So when I switched it, because what I wanted to do was catch some birds flying, I switched it to five-point group, and I didn't switch it to continuous. I missed so much. And I didn't realize it until I'm talking about this on Tuesday, and I got my camera, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't set it to continuous. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, operator error, Oliver, that's what I set it to. So with an autofocus, now you have a series of different things. Like even my camera has 3D autofocus, in which it will continuously focus, and the focus will move with the bird. So if I hold my camera still and the bird flies through the frame, it will actually follow the bird. I don't use it. Hyena, hello. Full auto mag dump and no continuous. I screwed up. So continuous, when you're holding, it will continuously try to focus. With the single focus, it will focus and then it will hold that focus. It's like it'll hold that focus. So then if something moves out of the focal plane, it will be blurry. So I screwed up. I completely screwed up. Continuous focus and continuous shooting. I know. Yeah. And I didn't realize it until I was streaming on Tuesday. Hyena, I cannot tell you specifically, and if you understand what I'm saying, do not put it into chat. Okay, Hyena? We had a conversation. It was with this one. We had a conversation on Tuesday talking about a specific workflow that you use. That workflow is coming shortly. First to Adobe Camera Raw, and then Lightroom Classic. So just so you know, I found out last night. So I was happy you're here, happy I could pass that along. Let's go. Yes. There's two big features that have been people have been screaming for, that are coming like in the next couple months, and that's one of them. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. Oliver says, my camera is too slow to track with 5 points, so I just need to set it to all points through the middle of the photo. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Wait, what's one of them? There are times in which I am way out of my depth. Way out of my depth. And so to help me out, there are times in which you need help. You need like a map. You've got a D500, I've got an EOS R. There's a considerable difference in processing speed. Yeah, I mean, Oliver, mine was designed as the little brother to the D5. It's an older camera now. God, it's 10 years old, whatever. But at the time, it's made specifically for animal photography and sports. And when I bought it, it came with a 300 to 500 millimeter lens, before that, it made a animal, like a plus animal photography kit. They did a special and it was dirt freaking cheap. And I couldn't believe it. And so I was like, yes, please. I want it all. So, you know, and then I did my research and figured out, you know, at that time of my life and in my photography career, I was photographing a ton of sporting events. So EOS R is 8 years old now, and it's made as we can do mirrorless 2. EOS R is 8 years old. It was made as we can do mirrorless 2. Oh, I get it. I got you. I'm with you. It was Canon's first. Ooh. I didn't realize that was the first. I heard. Now, I'm not bad-mouthing anything, but I heard a lot of bad things about that camera. Canon's first. But what can I say? When I got into mirrorless, I was doing first non-M1. Okay, gotcha. Mirrorless. So if I remember my history correctly, and chat will correct me if I'm wrong. Panasonic came out with the mirrorless in like 2015. Ooh, whoops. Disconnected my network cable and forgot my Wi-Fi was disabled. That's a oops. So Panasonic with the G, what? Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so Panasonic came out, and look how cute this camera is. It's just so cute. This little baby camera. Little 14 to 42. So, Panasonic came out. MFT came first, Olympus, then Panasonic. Okay. Well, in 2015, Panasonic got into it and came out with the DMC G series. G, I don't know if they call it a G1. So I bought the G3, the mirrorless G3. This little camera, this little bugger, it is so light and small and compact and, just got the little hand grip. I love this little camera, and I grew out of it so fast. I learned the capabilities of it. I tried to exceed them and create the photos I wanted to and was not able to. So that's when I had to upgrade to Nikon. And the only reason I went Nikon is because the one camera store, it was a Nikon store. So that's the only reason. Nikon was available. I did my research. I bought my Nikon. Okay. So yeah, I grew out of mirrorless way back when, and then at some point I'll probably get back to it. But we'll see. All right, so the point of this story, Oliver, is while our friend was standing there, I wanted to make sure that I got all of the reflection. And I was not happy that it was so tight, that this crop was so tight. And so I turned the dial, turned my camera to portrait mode, and This bird did not like the movements that I made and it took off flying. So here I am, running after it. Actually looks like it was Panasonic late 2008, then Olympus early 2009. So, oh, yeah. Yes, because I bought this camera in 2011. Yes, yep. Correct. So here's this bird decided to take off, and here I am with my monopod and my monster lens running after him, trying to get something. Did I mark that? That's not bad. Yeah, I did mark that. Okay. And I probably looked like a fool running down the path after this bird. But I'm disappointed in what I got. It's not even close. Herons are trolls. They wait until you've got the shot just right and then fly off. Then do the same again. Oh, yeah. Totally got me. And then the goose photobombed me. Freaking geese. All right. I think what we may do... Okay, let's get back up to our attributes. I want to see what this is. Retro outro. Hello. Freaking geese, best part to enter at. It's a well-standing topic of geese are jerks. That's quote unquote from Sandrine. Immensely busy. I want to play with this image. So first off, before we do anything, let's take this into Photoshop. Let's get Photoshop up and running. And let's get Photoshop. Why does this feel so grainy? What did I shoot it at? ISO 200? Wow. That just feels really grainy. All right, before we take it into Photoshop, let's hit D for default. Go in, let's turn on our denoise. We have generating music. Can you hear that, chat? Okay, it's done. Thank you, Tim. $50 may be too much. Yeah, we'll call that good. Okay. Now, we've got Photoshop open. Let's hit G. I don't want to... Whoa, get back here. We don't want to compare. What are you doing? What the heck is happening here? There we go. Ugh. Do a Command E. How is everyone today? Retro, doing well. I have a video of me and my then 2-year-old dog dodging geese at the park while I Need to Run Away plays on the car radio in a bizarre moment in real life soundtrack. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so let's go ahead, hit C for crop. And first off, let's bring it down a little bit and let's see how it's going to do. We need to set this up for a generative expand. And let's go ahead, hit the check mark, hit generate, and let it do its thing. And we can even add hi, Elena. Not bad. Not bad. I think I like the third one. Let's go ahead. Let's upscale that. Do an enhanced detail. All right. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to hit C again.
Bazu77 just redeemed Big Boom.
Let me get this generating really quick. Just want to give a little bit of room for our bird to fly. Bam. Be gone, noise. Be gone. Hyena, the D noise, when that came out, I just absolutely loved that. So happy with that. That was one of those features when it came out. It was like, good job, Anya. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll upscale that. All right, let's do a, let's bring in a high pass filter. Why not? Let's take everything. We're gonna hold shift. Let's select everything. We're gonna do a command option shift S, which is my shortcut key for a smart layer, smart object. Let's go into our filter. We'll go to other and we'll do a high pass filter. Let me cancel out of that. Shawn, what are you doing? Okay, let's do a right click. Let's do a new smart object via copy. Now on this one, let's do a filter, other, high pass filter. Zoom in here quite a bit. I think I'm liking 4. Go ahead, hit OK. Bring that down to overlay. Zoom in now. We might have been able to go more. Let's go with, yeah. Okay, command 0. All right, let's do a command S. We'll save that. Come on, you can save. So I'm blocking. There we go. Now we're saved. Let's go ahead and close that file for now. Let's jump back into Lightroom Classic, bringing that in. I like that. Let's go ahead, hit D for develop. Let's get into our crop. Let's do a Shift 0. And let's unlock that. What do we want? Maybe 8 by 10? This is a tough crop. I don't like the fact that the head is in the center. I don't want the tangent of its feet touching. I think that's... I don't like it. I don't like this crop. I don't like it at all. If we go square. By the way, chat, thank you for 100 messages.
Bezu77 just redeemed Big Boom.
Right on time, Elena. Thank you for that.
Unzero variable just redeemed holy Snikes.
Is that a holy shnikes for having 100 messages? I'm not liking this crop. I am having a tough time. Yes. I keep wondering why my house smells solvently downstairs, then remembered it's because I stuck my iPad case back together this morning with UHU glue, power glue. That would do it. All right, I think we're gonna have to go with that. I have never tried a black and white with a heron. Strong glue, strong smell. I'm such a sucker for this edit. This I'm such a sucker for that. Holy crap, Batman. It is, let's do, so I created a preset, and this was conversation with chat, and it might have been with Hyena, I'm not sure. Just removing the saturation for a black and white. I do have this one, which this is a crunchy, very crunchy. It's called Black and White Pop. And we could start with that. Let's go ahead. Start with whoever took a heron in flight on a large format camera in the 1800s was doing well. Yeah. Okay, that's. So I was out today and I saw a bird coming down the river. Hold on, let me phone charger. So I waited till it got right in the correct location, and I reached around the front of the camera and I pulled off the lens cap and I put it back on really quick, and this is what I got. Oh my gosh. Time lapse in the 1800s. Actually, what if we just bring that crunch down? Okay, let's reset. Oh no, it took my crop. You jerk. Okay. Yeah, let's go with a black and white for this. And then we may do a color tone. I'm not sure. We'll see, but we're gonna start with a black and white. So let's jump in. Let's check out our profiles here and see if anything jumps out at me. And I'm a sucker for black and white 7. That's looking pretty good. Anyone who can manually pop a lens cap off and on in 1/640th of a second needs a medal. I concur. That's not bad. That's crunchy. Ooh. I like what it did with the feathers there. That's a blue filter? We may go with a blue filter. Yeah. That's gonna be our profile. Let's go ahead and close that down. Now, let's take our highlights. At this point, actually, before we do that, let's go in, let's get some masks. And let's do a select object, please. And what do I have? It looks like I got the brush. So let's go ahead, select our bird. Boom. There we go. Looks like it got some of the water. We can play with that if need be. We'll see how it goes. And let's actually even call this our bird. Our bird. Let's hit return. And next, let's do a duplicate and invert that mask. And let's call this our... I should have cleaned up the other mask before I did that. Let's cancel that. Let's go in. Let's delete the bird. Let's get back into here. Okay, let's zoom in. Let's do a cleanup. Let's do a subtract. We'll do a brush. What am I at? Let's take this up to 200, please. There we go. A brush bigger. Oh, that is just not, that's a rough brush. I mean, I know I'm zoomed in. Why are you? Let me turn off. Why'd you come back? I have you turned off for a reason. This brush does not have its spacing set properly. It must, I wonder if it's like in Photoshop where it automatically defaults to like 20% on the spacing. That's an ugly spacing that we've got going on there. Actually don't know. Well, I'm really zoomed in, Oliver, and I think that's what's happening. I mean, that's the only reason that you would get that type of funkiness happening with a brush is your brush spacing. So I'm assuming that there's a default spacing. I'm assuming. And it's when I make my brush really small. How small? My brush is 3 pixels. It's pretty freaking tiny. All right. I think that's a good start. Okay. In the wingtip feathers. In the wingtip feathers. You missed a gap there in the wingtip feathers. I did. I missed a lot. Thank you, Oliver. I was coming home today. I had to go get groceries. Normal Thursday stuff. And the church was holding a Unification Day event. And so I come up the side street, and I didn't know, this was going on. I came up the side street, and I normally do, no big deal. And here's an ambulance and like 4 cops. And, where I live, I know I've talked about this before, there's one main street and it's one way. So to get here to my house, you have to go past it, down a couple blocks, then you go up to the main street, and then you can wrap around. So I pull up to the main street, cops are there, and this young cop, I stop, I roll down my window, and they're like telling me to turn around, and they're giving me all these signals and do this and do that. And he comes over and he says something to me, and I catch about half of it. And so I'm like, in German, I say, yeah, I live, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so? Turn around, get out of here. So now at this point, I didn't realize it was for the Unification Day, that it was a church event being held at the Rat House at the town hall. We have a super, super old town hall here. And I should show you what I found. Yeah. While I'm talking about this. So I was like, did somebody die? Don't you know who I am? Well, I was more freaked out, like, is my house on fire? Is like, I was kind of freaking out a little bit, and they absolutely didn't care. And they were not helping me, like telling me, hey, this is what it is. Why the heck can't I find it now? Okay. One moment. All right, I'll zoom in a second. Okay. So this is I'm like 2 houses down from the one in the middle here. But this is an image from 1908 of the town hall. And so this street, where this kid is, where this water pump is the exact street where I came up. So I came up, and the cops were all standing here in the middle. And this is such a cool image. And so I was like, what the heck? And so then I had to go wrap around, and since it's a one-way street, I totally broke the law, came down the street, and came to my parking spot. So this is around the time Shawn was born. No, that's me right there. That's me. What are you talking about? That's me leaning against the post. Yeah. So this is cool. Like, all of the houses kind of look, this stoop has totally been redone beautifully. The street, unfortunately, now the pathways are still cobblestone, the sidewalks, But the street, unfortunately, they ended up, tearing this up when they probably put sewers and water lines and all that, and they ended up paving the street. So we have a paved street. But the cobblestone sidewalks, yeah. So kind of cool. But that's the rat house, the town hall, right there with the clock, and there's a big mural on it now. So kind of cool. Just sharing. No particular reason. Okay, we're back to our bird. Let's go ahead, grab our bird. We're going to duplicate, invert that mask, double click on that. We're going to call this our background. There we go. Or we should have said river. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what we want to do with the background. I think I do. I mean, we could go over the top. And what I'm thinking about is trying to figure out how to create separation, how to create contrast from the background to our bird, and how to get our bird to pop. If we darken our background up even more, I kind of dig that. We could go in and like start removing the texture, almost in the case that we've got a time lapse, almost make it like soft. Bring the contrast down. That's going to brighten everything up. It's not bad though. Kind of soften all of that up. Let's select our bird. Brighten it up about a third of a stop. Let's increase our whites. Ooh, not so much that we're clipping. Dig that. I do want to make sure to bring detail in the black feathers. We'll add just a small bit of contrast there. I think I went too far with the whites. So let's just bring that down just a little bit. So I haven't gone too crazy. All right, until now. Now I will. Let's bring texture in. Now the clarity, we may take the clarity the other way, because I don't want it to get like super crunchy. Like I feel like the feathers on the back are getting a little bit too much. So if we bring down the clarity, we can even brighten it by bringing down the dehaze. If we bring it up, it's going to darken everything. If we bring it the other way with the dehaze, that's going to give it a little bit of brightness, which I don't mind. I think I'm okay with that. I do have a small problem that we're really losing the beak. We'll see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with that. From here, I don't want to do any global editing to this. I mean, we could actually maybe. Yeah, that helps, doing an overall increase of the exposure. Yeah, I would say that helps a little bit. Now if we go into the tonal curve, and this is where I want to check out some overall coloring. I don't know if I want to go, I don't think I want to go cold. Ooh, we don't want green. Don't want green. Hey, Oliver. Do you like purple? You know what? I just thought of something. Let's reset that. Maybe. Great answer. Great answer. I walked into that one. I did. Let's grab our background layer. Let's go in. I've never. Whoops. Dang it. I've never done this type of editing. I don't know. I'm trying something new. I'm trying something new. I don't know if I like it. I think instead of I think we need to do an overall colorization rather than colorizing the masks. Yeah. It's worth a shot. Worth a shot just playing. That's all we're doing here. Just playing. All right. I think I like that. I think I learned something new today. Sorry, chat. I'm not very chatty right now. I'm just playing. I like that. That is a nice edit. What would we call this? I don't think this is really a preset that we can use. It's got to, I think we're dealing with the masks way too much here. I'm digging it. Any thoughts? Dislikes? Likes? Changes? Something different, that's for sure. We don't want to add that. Let's do a detail. Sharpening. Let's hold down the Option key. Vikram, hello. Let me read that in a second. Can AI tells suggestion presets either in Photoshop or Lightroom Classic for any photo? Bit more contrast, maybe bring out the black of the wings against the water, unless it's just my screen. No, it's Vikram, hold your thought for a second, please. Let's get into. I'm nervous, Oliver, about going too far. I see what you're saying. Let's go right there. If we do a duplicate color range, yeah, maybe that will work. Let's grab the the back wing is underexposed, but let me just bring out a little bit of detail of that. I'm trying to figure out what the best way. Let's do a new layer. Let's do a select object, and we are going to select this wing. And try to just get the black parts. And Vikram, I haven't forgot about you. Son of a gun, that did a good job. Okay. Let's call that our wing. And now, let's add some contrast. Let's bring in the blacks a little bit more. Yeah, how's that, Oliver? Good idea. You have to mask off the front one without the back and bring that. You have to mask off the front one without the back. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, good call. Good call, Oliver. I like it. Okay. It's almost like you've done this before. Well, not this. But, you know, I've worked. All right, let me go ahead. Let me take a screenshot here really quick. That's going to be my thumbnail for YouTube. Okay, Photoshop. Vikram had a question about, let me scroll up here. Can AI tell suggestion presets either in Photoshop or Lightroom for any photo? All right. So we are going to go in. Let's get my libraries. Wait for them to sync. We want to grab, let me think here. What do we want to grab? What do I have here? This doggo. Let's edit that doggo. Okay. So let me get into my actions. And let's talk about this. So, first off, let me get back. Classic actions. All right. For those of you that have been using Photoshop for a long time, you know actions, you know what actions are. You probably have some of your own actions that you've made and or downloaded. Photoshop comes with a ton of actions. Now, what has happened is I haven't done this enough to tell if I'm happy with it or not. So we are looking at the classic action view. If we hit actions, this is the new AI actions. So we have basic adjustments. So you have adjust the tone, and you can hover over these actions and see what they do. You can see enhance colors, enhance contrast, make subject pop. And when you click on these things, these actually come up with something pretty cool. Set up, dodge and burn. I'm not zoomed in, so you can't really see. Set up, dodge and burn. So if I click on set up, dodge and burn, you can see down here, it's added my dodge and burned layers and named them. So these are all in here. Then we also have grids. You've got all these grids that you can choose from. We've got cropping, and then we have export, save as a JPEG, save as a PNG. You want to burn your dog? No, I'm dodging. Hey, Dupebug, how you doing? So you can do all of this stuff, right? Really quick, really easy. Let's do a Command Z to get rid of that. The other thing, these are just an essentials. Now, if you create your own, you can actually, you've got yours right there. I have not created any of my new actions, but pretty much what it does is it sets up all of your layers and whatnot that you can do. Okay, so if we want to, I don't know, let's do colorize. Now, here's no results found. Okay, thank you. This was one of the things that kind of got me. And why does it use this type of terminology? Like, we've got make subject pop. Now, unfortunately, all of us as artists and that have been around Adobe Lives and whatnot know what that means, but it's cringeworthy. It is cringeworthy. Make it pop? What? I don't even know what that means. We want to enhance colors. Okay, it comes in, it says enhance colors. And let's see, what did it add? Let's get up to open up our properties panel. And so the layer is up here. It's a color and vibrance layer. Don't argue, Shawn, just make it pop. I like it. I don't love it. So you can go in, and once you're done, you can of course make any adjustments here that you want. It's non-destructive. Do whatever you want. And of course, if you don't like what's happening, you can get rid of it. Yep, delete that layer, please. And so we're back to our main background layer. Now they have talked about supposed to be able to use simple speech. Needs more wolves. Okay, add wolves. Let's see if anything comes up. Nope. So we don't have an action that is set up for generative fill. So, you know, so far I've struck out on everything. Detour, say goodbye for today. Have a nice afternoon. Enjoy your Freitag. Freitag. No, that's wrong. Free day. Free day. Enjoy your day off. That's another one from the same hovering art director. No, I didn't see. He didn't say needs more wolves. Did he? I don't think I've seen that. Okay. What if... I wonder if we will get different actions depending upon the image. So let's get out of the animals. And let's see. Not the model, the one with real people. Ah, okay. What is something... Create waves? Ooh. We like sharks. So, okay, to answer your question, what you're supposed to be able to do is type in the search, and it's supposed to have built-in actions. So if you are looking at like warm this image up, anything? No, nothing. Whoops, get back here. Not really. I don't know. It's supposed to be able to do more stuff like that, Vikram. That's the thought process, and possibly right now, it's not. But you're supposed to be able to type in like edit this way. And it's kind of giving you suggestions, but it's more giving you like the essentials. I don't know. That's probably no help whatsoever there, Vikram. Now, as for Lightroom Classic, let's go ahead and hit G. Now, as for Lightroom Classic, under the basic panel, it has auto. So we've got a ton, excuse me, of adaptive presets, of different presets that come built in. And so you really don't have that. Now, another feature that is coming soon that I can't talk about is Lightroom, the team, Camera Raw Lightroom team, is trying to make it easier for photographers who have a specialty and get your Lightroom the tools that you need for your specialty to be there. So there's stuff like that that's coming up. But of course, over here under the new adaptive presets, we've got a ton. So no spoil. No, I can't. I literally just learned about this stuff last night. And you can see there's a ton of stuff for portraiture. You know, portrait, gritty portrait, facial skin, eyes, teeth, eyebrows, beard, hair, smooth hair, enhanced clothes. Then we've got the adaptives for skies, subject, and then a series of different for landscapes. So there's suggestions. They're trying to point you in the right direction. So if you're working on a landscape, now of course there's no insects, Oliver, but maybe landscape or subject, adaptive subject. Let's see what those are. Pop, warm pop, light, warm light, balance, contrast. Yeah. What was the feature? Oh, L. I totally forgot about this. Terry White, and I'm giving credit to Terry White, on, I believe it's Fridays, does an amazing Photoshop streams on YouTube. And so he was going through a bunch of tips and tricks in Photoshop. And every now and then there's one that it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. The L, if you hit the L key, which stands for lights out, you hit it once and it kind of darkens everything so you can focus on your image. You hit it again and it goes full lights out. And then you hit it again and it comes back. The other tip, was it F? Shift F? Yep, Shift F will get rid of the menu bar at top. Shift F again will go full. Will go full screen and eliminate your menu bar at the top, and then you hit Shift F again and it brings it all back. So I'll show that one more time. We'll get rid of the banner at the Lightroom Classic at the top, Shift F. Then we'll get rid of our menu bar at the top, Shift F. And then we'll bring it back with Shift F. So those are two tips. Now, to be fair, to be honest, I didn't know about the Shift F. I know F for going into full screen. I didn't know that Shift F gets rid of your bars. I forgot. I used to know about the lights out, which I think is a cool feature. So, did you guys remember those? You can also press Tab to hide and show sidebars. That's another one I forgot. Okay. I forgot about that. Thank you, Oliver. Can you do it with both? Lights out? Do you need to revoke your banana? No. There's no banana in Lightroom Classic. No. And you're not taking I am the founder of the ABCs. You are not taking away my banana. Oh, that's going to be such a sad day if that ever leaves Photoshop. A sad, sad day. I've got streamers. This is so funny. So I've got streamers on Twitch that paint in Photoshop, and I've got them to add their bananas. So they're like, people come in and they're like, why do you have a banana on your Photoshop? And they're like, oh, it's just a thing. I don't know. Like, I talk them through how to add it and they don't remember. And if anybody is new here, look away, people. Oh my God. Oliver, did you take my banana? You jerk. Okay. I have failed you, chat. So we have the 3 dots right there. This is, if you click on it, let's right click on it or long click on it, you will see edit toolbar. Click on edit toolbar. Holding the shift key. Holding the shift key, click done, and then go ahead, select another tool, and you have, whoa, get back here. You have the tool, why are you doing this? You have the banana tool. Why? I might have turned it off when I was recording, doing a bunch of screen recordings for Adobe. I don't know. I'm to the community that I like to be part of. I want to gracefully and full-heartedly apologize for having turned off my banana poop. My banana tool. I hold myself and no one else responsible for the loss of the banana tool. And I hope that one day, probably not tomorrow, probably not the next day, but one day you will forgive me and allow me back into your fold. Again, I'm sorry. And the Oscar with his reenactment of the banana tool goes to Shawn Kozel. What we got here is a failure to communicate. Chat, I gotta say thank you. I really felt horrible this morning, and without you, because of you, that you're here, that you allow me to do these silly things, you make me feel better. So chat, thank you. Okay, and I probably just lost 4 subscriptions and my viewership just went down to 0. And I'm out of water. Almost. Okay, let's go ahead and hit G for grid. See if there's another one. This, I gotta say, this is kind of interesting. Interesting edit. What time do we have? I don't want to go too long today, chat, because 99U is starting at 3:30 my time, so like in an hour. And so it's going to be held on Behance. Is it? Dupebug, are you still here? 99U starts in an hour. I don't know if Dupebug is here. And I don't know if this is... I don't know if this is public knowledge, but it's been talked about on a live stream. Okay, I'll just say this. Everybody, start getting more use to watching Adobe Live on YouTube. That's all I'm gonna say. I have been really holding off, trying to stay on Behance, trying to watch at Behance. But as viewers, if you're viewers of Adobe Live, start getting comfortable and creating the habit of watching on YouTube. The 99U stream on Adobe's event site starts in 6 minutes. What? Why is it? Please hold. Why aren't you giving me the schedule? When's it supposed to start? 4:30. Wait. Come on, give me. Mine says an hour on Behance. Behance become a pain. Cutting off broken chats is annoying. Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. Oliver, let me switch sides. Oliver, I don't know where you're seeing this. This is saying it's gonna go live in 64 minutes. So this is YouTube, and also Behance, get back here, says in an hour. So I don't know what you're looking at. At event.adobe.com. All right, we'll click on that. Of course it's not. I don't know. I'm not seeing any information here, not directly on that page. It's a link they emailed out to everyone who registered. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, I say I'm going to get some water. And let's get some Pictionary going. What do you guys say? What do you think? I want to make sure that I'm done at 3. As a reminder, there's no prompt jockey today because of 99U. And Don't save. Arms? Arms? Not directly. Okay. Doodly 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 doo. All right, let's open this up. Let's go ahead. Hold Shift, select all of our layers. Command G. Let's go ahead, turn that off. Let's get a new layer. Let's close our properties panel. There we go. B for our brush. We got everything set up. Hi, Uma. I assume there's an hour of stuff before Adobe Live starts. The show starts at 8:30 Eastern, which is what the stream on their site starts. Yeah, okay. 8:30 a.m. That'd be 2:30 here. Huh. All right. Okay, I need water. So I'm going to be right back. Give me 30 seconds to get water, and we'll get the doodle game up and going. Hang out, everybody. All right. Anybody new here? We are playing the Doodle Game. The Doodle Game is a redeem on Twitch in which I will end up drawing something poorly. Like this one is legs, as Tim guessed. And you in chat have to guess what it is. So we're going to start with easy. I've done that too many times. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't think we've done this one. That's okay. All right. Here we go, people. Gold bar. A roof. A windscreen. A pool. A swimming pool. Oliver got it. Swimming pool. All right. What are you gonna say there, AI? Swimming pool. Hand-drawn pool and ladder. I was gonna draw a kiddie pool, but I honestly don't think we would have gotten to swimming pool. I don't think we would have. But that's okay. We're starting easy. Starting easy, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Kick it up to medium. A leaf, a plant, a pea pod, a rocket, Doop bug. Doop bug got it with rocket. We're still on. That was medium. That was medium. Let's kick it up to hard now. This one. I can see how this one could be hard, but I don't think it's hard. So the live stream, okay, hold on. So the live stream that was apparently starting at 8:30 has just changed to saying starting soon. I'm assuming that's what it's going to say for the first hour. I don't, you know what? Let's do this differently. Let's do this differently. Whoa, get back here. My hand jumped, sorry. A magnet, a eraser, a bucket, a battery, a bench, a clock, now chat, I am totally just messing with you. VCR, clock timer, a radio clock, a stopwatch, high noon, midnight. Oliver. Midnight. Devlin, you got on the right track. So good job, Devlin. And then Oliver went the opposite, midnight. Okay, I gotta tell you, that was fun. That was fun. I like that. Okay, midnight. All right, midnight. It's close to midnight and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. That would be hard to draw. Ooh, I think we've done this one before. Okay, let me think of a different way to draw this. I'm pretty sure we've done this. There's only one thing that keeps coming into my head. The first one was how we drew it before, or how I drew it before. Okay, I think I'm gonna be. All right. Turkey dinner hat. It does look like it. It does. That totally does look like a hat. A whole chicken dinner, a baseball, 4 fried chicken. Rotisserie robot chicken stuffing. Stuffing. Oh my gosh, Devlin. I was gonna draw a bowl next. Stuff. It was stuff. Good job, Devlin. Turducken. So last time we did this, I drew a teddy bear with stuff coming out of it, and you finally got the stuffing. So stuff. I couldn't think of anything else to draw except for stuffing, turkey stuffing, and then the teddy bear stuffing. I don't know. Made me think. Stuff. You keep coming up and I don't like you. 3 attempts to spell one word right. Oh, that's too easy. Just do it and it won't go away until you do. How does it know, though? That's what I want to know. How does it know? The algorithm always knows. Hi, Elena on Facebook. Cracked pipe. A leak. Oliver. Leak. That was, I don't know why that one. A drip. I don't know why that one was hard. I mean, that seems pretty freaking easy. I mean, maybe somebody looks at leak and thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna draw a fish on a bagel." I don't know. I don't know. Oh, tutor. We did tutor before. We are not going down that path again. Oof. Oof. Okay, let me think about this one for a second. There's a couple different. How can I do this? Oh my gosh, people, this is there's a couple different ways I could do this. I'm gonna try. Okay. All right, you can see me. Yep. Okay. A broken heart. Emotional roller coaster. A person discovers the lack of banana in the toolbar. Too soon. Too soon. Just too soon. Heartache, heartbreak. Okay. Oh, let's do that different. Achy breaky heart. Oh, that's horrible. Let's just stick simple. Oh. Blood pump. Broken heart. nuptial, divorce, broken engagement, disengagement, the freedom. No, it's this you okay. Oh my gosh. Owner of a lonely heart. Okay. But oh, can I draw that? Can I draw that? This is gonna be so hard. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Oh, I went too far. How many freaking Oh my god, this is horrible. This is just absolutely horrible. Oh. I honestly, okay. Grief, mourning, sorrow, broken promise. Promise. Oh my god. Devlin. I was, okay. So, promise. So I'm thinking, okay, that you have like the love heart, promise your love, and then who was it right off the bat? Broken engagement, broken. So I was thinking like broken promise, broken heart. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, so then like a wedding card without the wedding, the loops, the rings, not loops, rings intertwined. You're giving a promise. You're saying I do, that you're going to spend your life together. Then this horrific monstrosity down at the bottom. I was going to do a pinky promise. And I'm sitting here looking at my hand like this, going, how do I draw that? And boy, did I screw that up. It needs to be like this. Oh. Still. Not like that. Oh my gosh. Chat, we got there though. We got there. Pinky promise doesn't look broken though. promise, that's a hard one. We definitely got somewhere. I don't even want to see what AI thinks of this. It does look broken. It does. But I'm sitting here like looking at my hand. Okay, promise that that was freaking hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna do 2 more and then we'll call it a day. Shawn, like, ow, 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 ow. Ow. 2 more. Let's do a hard. Oh my god. Oh, how can I draw this? I really don't know how I can draw this. Let's okay. Everybody. No. Oh, this is going to be horrible. A Nerf? Oh, it does look like that. Campfire, cigarettes. Rubbing 2 sticks together. Ash. Ash. Good job, Duke Bug. We're moving on. Campfire, embers, coal, charcoal, where it all began. Shampoo? Ham. Okay. So we've got the main word. And let's do... No, Dupe, what was the first thing you said? Ashamed. 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 Oh, good job, Uma. Good job. Okay. Dupe got Ash. I think it was Umacorn got ham. And you put those together, you get ashamed. No, hey, Ash ham. I'm gonna say, you guys, how else? The only other thing that went into my mind is to draw somebody who's like looking at the floor and there's a plate of empty cookies. Oh, you got what? I got Uma and Devlin. I have a couple seconds apart, but I'm also looking. We had this problem before. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Or someone forgot to put produce in the toolbox. Yeah, I have no problem. We'll do a clever and an Uma. Spam, spam, spam. Dude, is there spam? No. Okay. Ashamed. All right, last one, people. I thought that was pretty freaking witty to go with Ash. Ash and a ham. I'm gonna pat myself on the back up for that one. Great job, Shawn. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. At least it isn't pressed ham from last stream. Oh no. I don't know. I really don't know how to get this one. Oh. Okay, I'm good. It was resourceful. Resourceful. I don't know what to do with that one. Oh, we've done that before. Done that before. We've done that before. Done that before. We've done that before, but you know what? This one I cheated. We're gonna do this. I cheated last time we did this one. I'm not gonna cheat this time. Okay. I don't know how to do it without cheating. Oh, yeah, I do. How can we do that? I keep thinking. Shag carpet. Coconut coil welcome mat. Oh, that's, yeah. A lawn. Poopy lawn. Sandpaper does. Okay. You're saying sandpaper. Personalized embroidered hotel makeup wash rag with Shawn's mascara after a long night on call with the Adobe team. Like, what's that called? Caroline, have a great day. Thank you for being here. Dupe bug. Texture. 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 Good job, dupe bug. Nice job. I mean, you were getting there with sandpaper. I was like, ooh, that's, yeah. Sandpaper, you're getting there. I mean, then you went with grit. 800 grit. Good job. All right. We're gonna end the stream. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to check something really quick. We're not gonna raid anybody. And it's still on YouTube. It's still saying that it's going to start in 24 minutes. Okay. All right. So, 99U, I'm going to be probably either on Behance or YouTube. I'm not sure which one. They're doing sound checks right now. Check, check. Check one. Check one. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Even the events page still says starting soon. Gotcha. I can do sound checks. Hire me, Adobe. Check, check. Check, check. There's lots of people in chat asking why it hasn't started yet. Because they don't have me telling them. Okay. Anybody, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you in chat. This weekend, make sure to check out everybody else's streams, like Umacorn and Devlin, if Devlin's going to stream this weekend, and Jack and everybody else that streams. I want to thank you for being here again. Sorry for the faux pas, missing the banana tool. It will happen again, probably. And whatever else is happening. Yeah, that's about it. Remember, less than a month, July 2nd is the deadline for the creative challenge, community challenge, art in nature. So you might want to start thinking about that, or starting it, or just get it percolating in your mind. What else? I think that's all the announcements that I have. No prompt jockey, so we'll be back Monday, Jack and I, for that. And if I don't see you, I hope you have a great rest of your day and weekend. So stay safe, everybody. Stay creative and just be nice. I will see you in chat. Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.